The term pantheon means all the gods, pantheos. The Hindu Pantheon begins with Brahman, the one impersonal ultimate reality. All the gods, also referred to as deities, are considered to be manifest personal forms or attributes of the impersonal Brahman. Brahman Nirguna is pure Brahman, without attributes. The term guna means attribute. The prefix nir is in negation, meaning no or none. Brahman saguna is Brahman with attributes. These attributes are personified as the many deities of the Hindu Pantheon. There is Brahma, the creative nature of Brahman. Do not confuse Brahma, the personal creator god, with Brahman, the impersonal ultimate reality. There is Vishnu, the preserving nature of Brahman. And there is Shiva, the destructive nature of Brahman, that destroys evil and transforms things, bringing constant change to the universe. These three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are often referred to as the Hindu Trinity, the three major manifestations of Brahman. Brahma is often imaged with 4 heads, representing the 4 Vedas. Vishnu is often imaged as a blue-skinned warrior, his 4 arms holding various weapons by which he can protect what Brahma has created. He also bears a V-shaped mark on his forehead, representing his footstep. While Vishnu is a manifestation of the impersonal Brahman, in turn, Vishnu himself further manifests on earth, taking on a physical body. This is a concept known as avatar, or incarnation of a god. In Hindu mythology, Vishnu has 10 classic incarnations, some human, some not. Among the favorites for Hindu devotion are Rama the prince, who often appears pictured with his wife Sita. The beloved Krishna is another avatar of Vishnu, pictured here as the youthful pastoral lover with Radha, the cowherd girl, who was most devoted to him. The 10th and last of Vishnu's avatars is known as Kalkin. Kalkin is a future incarnation who has not yet appeared on earth. Other lesser deities are also associated with these avatars in the various mythologies. The great epic, the Ramayana, tells the story of Rama's devotee Hanuman, the monkey god, who, for love of his god, risked his own life to rescue Sita and return her to Rama. Those Hindus who favor Rama as their object of devotion look to Hanuman as the ideal devotee. In turn, this has elevated Hanuman himself to divine status. Shiva, the transformer, often appears with ashen-colored skin. Ash is what remains when everything else has been destroyed by fire. He often sits in a meditative pose, surrounded by powerful animals, thus the tiger skin he sits on and the cobra wrapped around his neck. The great Ganges River is shown flowing out of his hair, and Shiva's traditional weapon, the trident, appears near his side. Shiva is also imaged as Nataraj, the lord of the dance of creation, surrounded by a ring of fire and standing on a dwarf that represents the putting down of the ego. Shiva's wife or consort is Parvati, the motherly nurturing aspect of God. She is often imaged by Shiva's side. The well-known elephant-headed god Ganesh is the son of Shiva and Parvati. Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. Thus he is often prayed to whenever one begins a new activity, to assure that there will be no obstacles in the way of completing the activity. A new job, a new school year, or simply going to commune with one's favored deity, these are all occasions to make a small offering to Ganesh. Thus Ganesh, though a minor deity, is often prayed to before moving on to offer prayers to one's primary deity. Ganesh, Shiva, and Parvati are often featured together in images, along with the more abstract Shiva Linga. The Shiva Linga is an ancient Indian symbol that represents the formless nature of the divine, and also the male creative energy embodied by Shiva. The bull, Nandi, often also appears near images of Shiva. Every Hindu deity has his or her attendant vehicle in the form of one or another kind of animal. Nandi the bull is Shiva's vehicle. Here we can see the deities discussed so far: Brahma, Vishnu, and his avatars and deities associated with them, and Shiva and his family. But these are just a few of the countless deities of the Hindu Pantheon. There are goddess figures that are just as powerful and significant as the gods discussed thus far. Devi is the generic term for goddess. Yes, this term is related to our own culture's term diva, meaning a female star of stage or screen. The term Devi also derives from the root for the term deity. Shakti is another generic term for the feminine divine in India. In particular, Shakti means power, and there is great power embodied in the female forms of the Hindu pantheon. Among the important goddess figures is Sarasvati, goddess of wisdom. She is imaged sitting in a lotus blossom surrounded by swans, playing a sitar and holding a book in another hand, representing wisdom and the arts. Sarasvati is the consort or wife of Brahma. Lakshmi is the goddess of good fortune, surrounded by elephants, symbols of prosperity in India, and shown with gold coins flowing out of her hand. Lakshmi is the consort of Vishnu. Sita and Radha, the lovers of Vishnu's avatars, are considered as incarnations of Lakshmi. There is also Kali, the ferocious destroyer of demons, shown here with Shiva's trident and her classic necklace of demon heads, a skirt of severed arms, a bloody weapon in one hand, the severed head of a demon in another, and a tongue dripping with blood. Shiva lays on the ground beneath her foot so as to keep her, in her passion, from overdoing it and destroying the whole earth with one stomp of her foot. Durga is another warrior goddess, powerful but not quite as ferocious or terrifying in appearance as Kali. Durga often appears riding a lion or tiger, powerful animals associated with Shiva. Durga has many arms, each holding a different weapon that she might use in her battle against evil. Durga and Kali both stand as independent goddesses in their own right. There are Hindu temples devoted especially to them. But they may also be considered as manifestations of the mother goddess Parvati. When a mother's child is in danger, she can become very ferocious in her effort to save her child. And so we have just the tip of the Hindu pantheon. We've only discussed 14 deities. There are, they say, as many as 330 million Hindu deities. All, however, are considered but various aspects and manifestations of the one impersonal Brahman. You can learn more about these and other Hindu deities at a number of sites on the web, and you can also try some interactive exercises to test your knowledge of Hindu deities.